solve 4 raised to the power of x plus 4 raised to the power of negative x equals to 17/4. Now let's say I'm going to rewrite this equation as 4 raised to the power of x plus 1/4 raised to the power of x equals to 17/4. Okay, because one of the law of exponential says x raised to the power of negative n equals to 1/x raised to the power of n, and that is the reason why this comes to this. Okay, so take note of this rule. All right, so let t be equals to 4 raised to the power of x. So that makes this equation turns to t plus 1/t equals to 17/4. Here you can multiply through by t. So you multiply this by t, you have t squared, plus multiply this by t, t cancel t, so you have 1 plus 1 equals to multiply this by t, you have 17t/4. All right, so what's the next thing to do? You multiply through by 4 again. So I multiply this by 4, this by 4, this by 4. So I want to clear this fraction. So when you multiply this by 4, you have 4t squared. Okay, multiply 1 by 4, plus 4 equals to, so multiply this by 4, 4 cancel 4, so we have 17t. All right, now let's transpose this. So we have 4t squared minus 17t plus 4 equals to 0. So let's solve this quadratic equation. So the sum is the coefficient of t, and that's negative 17, and the product is 4 times 4, that is plus 16. That's the product. So we need two numbers when multiplied together to have this. That's 16, and when you add together, you have negative 17. What are the two numbers? So we have negative 16 and negative 1. So when you multiply these two together, you have this. And when you add this, you have this. So now we want to rewrite negative 17t. So that means negative 17t turns to 16, negative 16t, negative t. That's the same thing as negative 17t. So this equation turns to 4t squared negative 16t negative t plus 4 equals to 0. And let's look at this first pair. The GCD here is 40. Okay, the greatest common divisor, so we have 40. So when you divide this by 40, you have t, and when you divide this by 40, you have negative 4. All right, so what is the GCD here? That's negative 1. So you have negative 1, and you have t minus 4 equals 0. So let's factor out t minus 4. So when you do that, you have t minus 4. You are left with what? 4t minus 1 equals to 0. So two entities multiplying each other to have 0 is either 4 minus t equals to 0, or 4t minus 1 is 0. So here let's transpose 4. We have t equals to 4, or 4t equals to 1 t. So we have t equals to 4, or t equals to 1/4. All right. So here now we have t to be 4 raised to the power of x. T is 4 raised to the power of x. So we have 4 raised to the power of x equals to 4, and 4 is the same thing as 1. Or now this t is 4 raised to the power of x. So we have 4 raised to the power of x equals to, now instead of writing 1/4, I can write it this way, raised to the power of negative 1. All right. So from here, you can now go ahead and write, you equate the powers. So since we have same base, so we have x equals to 1, or x equals to negative 1.